All right, so today we're talking about certain kind of people that should not own BMW. This not only applies to BMW, probably I would say Land Rover, Range Rover, Jaguar, probably a lot of different brands, right? So let's get started. Now, this isn't really intended to defend anybody, like every video, but people will get offended. That's the way people are, right? So you just got to suck it up, squint your eyes. You got to click off of it, whatever you got to do to soothe yourself, right?
All right, so I just want to cut in real quick. I totally forgot about this. I don't have lip herpes as much as a lot of you want me to have that. I don't have that. That is actually where I cut myself shaving. Right there. On my bed. Just thought I'd add that.
A lot of people buy these cars that I would say the biggest thing is know nothing about mechanics at all. And this video is geared more of people that's getting ready to buy a car than somebody that's already owns it, right? So usually what happens, the car at this point in time, let's say it's a 7-8 year old car, right? So fairly new as far as cars go, not too old. And somebody buys the car, the second or third owner at this point. If you're lucky, you're the second, because usually the first owner doesn't mistreat it. Who starts mistreating it is the second and third and fourth owners. And as it goes down the line, the worse it gets treated. These cars are very, very sensitive depending on the make and model. They do take very special care. Now, if you have no mechanical experience, like if you don't own a socket set, you have never took a bolt out of a car, have no idea, and you can't be bothered with researching anything about the car, you should not own this car. Now you can own it, but it'll drain your account. I mean, if you make $70,000, $80,000 a year and you think I could afford this no matter what, you can't. Even the simplest BMW, you take it to a shop every day, and a lot of people saying, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Taking it to the shop nonstop is going to drain your account. There's a couple problems why that is. For one, it's so extremely difficult to find a shop that knows what they're doing. You might say BMW on the sign out front. They might even know what they're doing. A little bit of not paying attention is going to cost you thousands of dollars, especially if you're having a big job done, such as rod bearings, any kind of Vanos work done, any kind of timing, engine timing, or even misdiagnostics, or that shop not knowing where to source the parts at. So they're having to buy everything from the dealer, they're having to buy everything from AutoZone, and then they pay double the price to start, and then they mark it up again to get their cut, right? We see that a lot. And then most of the shops here where I'm at Missouri start $70 an hour. If it's a BMW shop of any arrangement, they're $100 to $200 an hour. I think the dealer's $200 an hour on average. It could even be more than that in some places. So you can imagine. I mean, I can work on stuff pretty quick. I'm pretty fast. I know these engines very well. And if something takes me many, many hours to do, can you imagine somebody working for a dealership or any mechanic that's not in any kind of hurry on this car because they get paid by the hour. So they're taking their own sweet time doing it. And we see a lot of that. The next thing, if you're not financially stable, by financially stable, I mean, if you're barely making it every week and you want to buy a BMW and you know nothing about working on BMW, don't buy it. That's a bad idea. If you know how to work on BMWs very well and you cannot afford at random $200 to $400 at random for a part, don't buy that BMW. I'm not sure what the right thing to tell you to buy is. It doesn't matter if you buy Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Kia, a Yugo, it doesn't matter. Cars cost a lot of money. Your best option, I think, if you fit that category, is to go buy something new with the warranty. It probably won't be a BMW, but if you have something with the warranty, if something breaks, you have some leverage to fall back on and get it fixed, you know? And most cars you could buy like a generalized Toyota for $250 to $350 a month, depends on what you want. And they go on up to over $1,000 a month, depends on what your level your price level is, right? So your average car, it's under $20,000, is less than $300 a month usually if you get an okay rate, and so forth. You could buy that car, you could drive it for, usually what they have, 5-year warranty, I think, or 4-year warranty. I'm not even sure. Drive it till the warranty's out, or the warranty's almost out, which is ideal. Go trade it in for another one. You're paying a couple $100 a month, but you don't have to worry about it, right? That's the best way. Even that's appealing to me to some point. Unfortunately, I'm in the market not to buy a perfect car. A lot of you guys tell me, go buy this brand new BMW, go buy this or that. Like I could. What am I going to do with it? Am I going to bolt carbon fiber eBay parts on a brand new car? No, I'm not. And that's why I haven't bought anything recently. It's really been reflecting on what to buy. And I have decided what to buy, but I'm not going to tell you guys yet, right? Maybe it's a BMW, maybe it's not. But over the next 2 weeks, that will manifest itself and come into play. You'll see what that car is. There again, ideally, buying something for me that's perfect mechanically is not a good idea. What are we going to do? We're going to go drive the car. We're like, oh, I got my new car. And we'll get 2,000 or 3,000, 4,000 or 5,000 views on that video of getting a new car. Then what? Then what are you going to do? Right? And so you got to watch out on every aspect of it. Depends on your personal preference and your personal position in your life right now. And so that's pretty much it. If you know how to work on the car and you could afford some eBay items, you could afford to buy this from Coil Packs and Bosch, you could afford to buy a PCV from at least Febby Bilstein or some legitimate company that's $100, $200. Go buy one. They could be really fun cars to drive. They could be really great cars to drive. If you're buying a 2006 and 2007 and newer, make damn sure you have access to the ISTA program for the computer, because you will have to have that. If you're close to a dealer, they might be able to help you, but anything at the dealer does not come cheap. Any kind of programming, they don't do cloning, anything like that. It's going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And it's going to be pretty much cost more what the car is worth. And don't forget, if you have the ECU cloned, you cannot just take it out, have it cloned, sent back, as we've proven many times over, and everybody will tell you, you cannot put that in your car and just start it up and drive off. There's a whole bunch of other stuff you got to know how to do with ISTA and many other programs. You have to change the VIN, you have to do all kinds of weird stuff in it. And you got to be so careful. Any of that will cost you more than the value of the car. Do your research. Be very careful what you buy, guys. Hopefully this helps. And in other news, the M5 should be almost done the next couple days. So you'll be seeing that. I think the paint job's going to turn out phenomenal on it. Beware of that too. If it's a car that has clear coat peeling, any kind of cosmetic situation, if you're not okay driving it with that cosmetic flaw, any kind of paint work, body work's very expensive. Even if you do it yourself, it's very expensive to do that. That's going to be it, guys. We'll talk to you very soon. Hope this video helps you guys out a little bit. Be careful on these BMWs. Don't go buy anything. We'll see you later.